Okay, so... No!
No, I was gonna go to...
Okay. Okay, let me see. Let me see. You ready to go with your coming out story? Okay. How old were you when you knew you were a lesbian?
Well, like the super like obvious answer that everyone always says is like I knew when I was like little.
No.
Well, well, that's what everyone says, and it's so true. Like you always like look back and you're just like, well, that's what that meant. So, but yeah, like I like officially knew like my freshman year in high school.
Yeah, mine was freshman year. I was like kind of by curious freshman year because that's like I had just like ended it with a boyfriend and then I like fell in love with my best friend. But
My best friend. Not in love, but I had like the biggest crush.
Like after I went out with her, like I'd had boyfriends after we broke up, but it was never the same. Like I always knew that like I'd end up with girls like no matter what. Like it wasn't even a question.
Yeah.
So I guess it was freshman year. I think it was like 14, roughly 14.
Yeah. How about 14?
The next question, or no. How did you know? Like,
how did I know?
How did you know? Like for sure.
Well, I kissed a girl for the first time.
So I'm basically bisexual.
So I'm basically bisexual. No, well, I had a boyfriend for a while. And, I had a boyfriend for a while, and then, but the thing was, like, I, like, definitely was with, like, a lot of girls while I was with my boyfriend, which was not a good thing. Very bad. But then I, like, kind of fell in love while I was with my boyfriend. And, like, that was, like, the first girl I ever, like, realized that, like, wow, I can have, like, everything, but it's with a girl, and it actually makes sense. That's kind of how I knew.
The way I fell in love with girls was nothing compared to guys. Like, the way I felt about girls, I'd never felt about guys. I'd never, like, been that happy my entire life. Like, when I was with a girl, I'd never had one doubt in the back of my mind. I was never contemplating a relationship. Like, everything always felt perfect. Even if it was, like, a really bad relationship, it just kind of felt perfect because I felt like I was really being myself. With guys, like, there was just always something that I could never really put my finger on. And after I had my first girlfriend, it felt so much better. Like, after I had a couple girlfriends, and then, like, I went between girls and guys for, like, a year, I was like, it's probably because I'm gay. So, yeah, that's how I knew. Who was the first person you told?
The first person I told was the first girl I lost my girl virginity to. Like, I just, like, admitted it to her. I was like, I'm, like, probably gay. And then I just kind of, like, got easier from there. I just kind of told everybody, because they were all like, yeah, you make out with girls a lot, so.
It was just, like, a mutual best friend that we had, and I'm guessing that she was, like, the first person I really, like, confided in and told about. Yeah, so that's that. When did you tell your family? Alana?
I recently told my family this past summer. Yeah, well, I officially told my mom. I sat down, like, totally pushed it off to, like, the very, like, she's, like, about to go to bed, and I was like, wait, I have to say something. And I told her.
You were like, stop!
Yeah.
In the name of love!
Stop! I'm gay!
Good night!
It was fine, but it was actually, it wasn't, like, very smooth. I could, like, kind of tell, like, the shock. She was like, oh, well, I was not expecting that. Expecting more like, oh, can you pick up and laundry? That was, like, before Pride, so it was, like, in June? Early June. Yeah, and then my dad, like, kind of just, like, figured out. Yeah. I was very bad about hiding it. Like, found a video I made for a girl.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
I didn't? Oh, oops. Well, I found it, because I made it on his computer. I totally forgot to, like, delete it, but I made it for her, and then, like, he found it. He was like, well, that doesn't seem normal, and I was like, it's not. And then I had, like, a girlfriend over for a couple of days, and he was like, I'm pretty sure she wasn't just a friend. I could just tell.
Oh, yeah.
I never, like, formally, like, approached that again. It was like, hey, so, yeah, that thing about me being gay.
He just kind of...
Yeah. No, I just...
The first person I told that, like, I had a girlfriend was Leia, because, like, she was crying about a fight that her and her mom got into, and to, like, make her feel better, I just came out and was, like, really open and honest with her to make her feel a little bit better about her situation. So, I told Leia, and then about 7 months later, I told my mom, and, like, how it happened is, like, they always, like, joke around and call me a lesbian and stuff because of the way I dressed, and then I would be like, oh, stop it, like, I'm not gay, like, stop it. I was sitting in my mom's room, and, like, my stepdad was, like, in his room playing Xbox, and my mom was, like, doing her makeup or something, and she was like, you little lesbian, And I just went, yeah. And she like put down her foundation and was like, what? I'm going to tell your mom. I just said yeah.
It's
and
very informal.
But like, she just hugged me and said I knew it. I was just waiting for you to say something. And then she was like, go tell Ivan. And then I went to his room and I told him. And it really wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. They didn't take it hard at all. We just sat in the hallway for like 2 hours and they just asked me a couple questions. They're like, well, have you ever even kissed a girl? And I was like, I've had so many girlfriends and I've kissed so many girls. Like, that's not even a question. They asked so many questions. And they were like, that's why that girl came over. And I was like,
oops.
I never admitted to like anything, but like, I was just like, I've had tons of girlfriends. So, yeah. And first, people in my family who don't know is my cousin Roman, who's in California, and my grandma, because we're never gonna tell her ever. She'll have a heart attack and die.
And the cool thing now is that like my parents like don't like address like if they like talk about like dating or whatever, like marriage, or like they don't say the man you marry. They're just like whoever you end up marrying and live like growing old with. They like say stuff like that, and I think that's like kind of tell like in the back of their head like that's what they mean. They just mean really well. They don't want to say girl.
Yeah.
They're not that comfortable yet, but they're like.
So
like,
do you think they're comfortable with it? Like you were to bring a girl home and like specifically be like, Mom, this is my girlfriend. Like, how do you think she'd take it if you?
I mean, I think she'd take it fine if I was active like that. But like the thing is, like, I don't know, we just like don't talk about it a lot. But I never talk about like my relationship a lot anyway with my parents, just because like we're really close, but not that close. Like we don't talk about like I had boyfriends and stuff. We never talked about that kind of stuff. Like we never did that. But my sex life just really isn't any other business, and I'm happy for that. Honestly, I am. Thank you, Mom and Dad.
Do you think we just talk about the sticker? I think that kind of fits in well with it.
Oh, okay. Well, basically, we dated over the summer, and the thing with that was like we were really close. I'm pretty sure my mom knew. Pretty positive my dad.
I was like
knew.
over every single day. Like there's no way.
There's no way
like,
she didn't know. She just didn't like fully address it. And she went to Pride, and I couldn't go. And then she had an equality sticker, and so I put it on the back of my car, and I had it on there for a while, and then.
We didn't even notice it was gone.
I didn't notice it was gone. But, like, I, like, came home one day, and I was about to take her home, and my mom, like, pulled me aside, and she was like, hey, I need to talk to you, and I was like, okay. And she was like, your dad and I agree that you need to take your equality sticker off because it's just not fair. And I was like...
She said that?
Yeah, she was like, it's not fair to your brother. It's not fair to your brother, and you just don't need the kind of attention. And I was just like...
Anyway, that's what I threw a temper tantrum.
I didn't throw a temper tantrum. I was upset.
Like, I understand why. Like,
genuinely
it's
upset.
perfectly understandable, but like, I guess...
I did throw a little bit of temper tantrum. I threw a check at her.
You threw a check at her?
Yeah, I was supposed to go, like, take a check for her. I was like, take your own damn check.
You said that?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's probably why she's so mad.
But yeah, that was a...
Anyway, so the point to that is, like, Alana's mom, I guess, reacted really well when Alana came out to her. But then, like, the whole equality thing kind of, like, made it really weird because her mom was acting like she wasn't okay with it when she took off the sticker. But at the same time, like, I was in the car with Alana's mom, and her mom, like, looked at me and, like, was literally on the edge of tears, like, and she looked at me and she was like, I just want you to know that I love Alana so much, and everything she told me, like, well, your dad definitely knows, because her mom was like, it doesn't make me and her dad love her any less. So, nigga knows what's up. She was like, but it's just not going to be like, we're going to be waving rainbow flags everywhere, and we're not going to be like blowing horns about it. But, we love her very much, and we're very proud of her, and we love her just the same, and I want you to know that ever since you've been coming around, that Alana's been like acting like a different person, and she seems so much happier now. And, like, her attitude on everything has just completely changed, and I know I have you to thank for that, so I want you to know that I do like you, and I'm very thankful for you. I didn't know how to react, so I, like, tried not to cry. I was just like, like, I was really happy, and I wanted to call you and, like, be like, you need to apologize to your mom.
I need to apologize to my mom.
Yeah, but you wouldn't listen to me. You're like, I don't want to talk about it. Nope.
I didn't. It's very, like, saddening, and, like, I can understand, like, I didn't really understand because my family's, like, somewhat supportive. But, like, I know how that, like, hurt. And it, like, I definitely can feel how much it could hurt for a family to not be okay with it.
We got pretty lucky that
We did
our
get relatively
families...
lucky. I'm Catholic, so that was like a big deal. Like, I go to Catholic school and everything.
Okay, well, your life was a little bit harder.
But
I
still.
totally have pride of my grandma. But I think she already knows what's up. She, like, walked in and saw that picture I drew of, like, those girls kissing on my wall. I don't know if you ever saw it. But she looked at it and got so mad. Oh.
Grandmas are the best.
She got so mad.
I'm gonna tell my grandma one day. That's what she does.
I'm gonna tell my grandma.
I don't know my grandpa. My grandpa might kick my ass.
To, like, wrap up my coming out story, I just kind of told my family, and they were okay with it. And they're still, like, a little bit uncomfortable when they're around Alana. Because, I think they know, like...
It was awkward.
But they want me to be happy. And I think that's all they really care about. I don't think they really care who it's with. So my coming out story was pretty easy.
Yeah, it wasn't too many complications. And, but yeah, she was a very big part of my coming out story.
You're welcome.
You're such an asshole. Like...
There you.
But yeah, so... That's why I made it with her, because, you know, she made me super gay.
Trying to make that segue for you.
I don't like roller books.
Incredible. What do you say? What do you say to end a video like that?
So we're happy and gay! And you should be too, if you're gay. It's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay. Look at me, I turned out fine.
Me too.
We turned out fine. We're okay. We turned out just fine. It's gonna be okay. Oh my god, no. You gonna be just fine, girl.
You really are. Oh! Go away.
Okay.
We're done. We're